We are in the wilds of Bellevue, which is not really that wild, but anyway, we are about to sweat to death, basically, because I just finished at the office, and before I get home, I need to spend the evening weeding, because, yeah. Anyway, I'm out at one of my investment properties, and we were trying to get it ready to get up on the market, and every second counts because of course during the day we're working in the business. Also, it's like hot as Hades out here, so I'm not going to be weeding in the middle of the day. So this is like the perfect time to be doing this kind of stuff. So I've got to get that disgusting mess right there to look like that over there. So I just finished that one yesterday, and so yeah. But since I have to sit here in this, I figure, whoops, ouch. I should probably like gotten a towel or something to sit on, because like it is eating me up. Anyway, so yeah, we're just going to put this in here, hopefully. And yeah. Okay, we'll see. Maybe. Okay, so I figured I would. This is not quite ready to be used. It's a microfiber that was wet, and then I freeze them and then put it around my neck, but it's still too frozen, so I don't want to put a hole in it. And then hopefully you can hear everything above the fan, because I have not turned that off. It is there for not just a little bit of breeze, but also to keep the bugs off. It's like, anyway. Hey Chief, how's it going? So, I don't know if you can hear the katydids over there, but they are going like crazy. Anyway, I'm fabulous, and of course, I got all comfortable and I completely forgot my gloves. So, I will be right back, because that's the whole thing. Oh my goodness, can you imagine? No chance I do that. Better. I had to get my handy dandy pillow. Somebody really needed to share their sound. Anyway, so I don't know what you guys do with your pillows when they are no longer able to be used, like if they're just stained up or old, you know, they got watermarks on them from going to sleep with your hair wet. Just me? Anyway, so I'm not sure what you guys do. We continue to use them, but we use them in construction. So if you have to do jobs like this, you can throw one of those old pillows down and sit comfortably on the ground or a tile floor or whatever. And there you go. I don't know. I need a bag or something. Supposedly, this was a flower patch, like a flower garden, at one point. It has been years. So, not fun. Hola. Yeah, by the way, I'm over here. And this, I mean, you guys saw the one flower bed looks like a big hole, because that's what it is. And yeah, a lot. Thank you, Mike. It's to keep it off my neck. It's not quite long enough for a ponytail yet. But yeah, a lot. David said he was gonna send prospective tenants over tonight to look at the house. I was like, are you out of your ever-loving mind? This place, oh my goodness. I was like, I only have time to do the garden beds. And he's like, yeah, they're coming over at like 8 o'clock tonight. I'm like, no, they're not. No, they're not. I was like, it will be ready to be shown on Sunday. They got first dibs to take a look at it, but it looks, well, it's got a big hole in the front. Like, no, that is, just give me a couple days. I'll get this rocking and rolling out here in August in Florida gardening. What kind of nonsense is this? All right, well, listen, it was your husband. He is out of his mind. He wants this done all of a sudden as quickly as possible. So I don't know if I'm going to share that one with the internet. There's a lot of stuff I do and do not share with the internet. This one, okay, my husband is stubborn as stubborn gets, and he's been working on this house for far too long, and I'm done nagging. So I told him I was going to come over here, and I was not leaving until it was done. So don't do it. So now all of a sudden it's this mad rush because I spent the night over here, and so now all of a sudden it is like 24/7 on the job to get this thing done. What is the temp in Ocala? I think it was probably a good 95 today, maybe 96, even in the shade. Right now it's not too bad. It's maybe like, I don't know, probably 85 in the sun. It's a little bit warm. 1,000 degrees. That's a fib. It feels like it though. It definitely feels like it. It's not comfortable. I mean, it's comfortable right now. I got a fan, I'm sitting in the shade. But like, would I be going and doing like hard labor, like working on a roof or something? Heck no. But people are doing it. They're doing it. I don't know. Most of them, they'll start like super crazy early in the morning and then take like a super long lunch and then come back at it like this time of day. But like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I would not be out here. That's insane. That's absolutely insane. Anyway, so yeah, this has now become priority one for my husband because he's had to cook for himself this week. And he ate a frozen pizza last night. Sorry, that's not good. That's not nice. But you know what? I don't like nagging and stuff. That's just rude. And I don't mind doing the hard work. But, you know, it needs to be a priority. So, here I be. I don't know. I thought it was pretty clever. Whatever. Although I'm also the one sitting in the dirt in August in Florida. So, I don't know. Maybe not so clever. But our lawn guy is like, this is when all of the grass is like growing like astronomically fast. So he is like booked out. He is full up, man. We had to call in a second team, man. And that's just put up with the regular. They don't have time to be going out here and weeding. So here I be. Hello. Ah. Funny. No, we're doing good, but we're busy. It is crazy busy. It was Grand Central Station in the office today, maybe even busier in Grand Central Station. There was realtors jumping here, jumping there, going every which way. I had somebody lying on the floor in my office today. Whoa. Oh, fire truck. Okay, anyway. She was hot. She had just come in from outside and she's just like, I'm on me a minute. I just want to talk about something, but I'm going to be down here. I couldn't say anything because I was sitting on my couch working on my computer instead of at my desk because, I don't know. I don't think the rules of professionalism apply on crazy Mondays when it's like super hot outside. We basically all just suck down the water, case in point, and go from there. Look, I'm making progress. Not a lot, but some. Anyway, I don't know if this is even still alive. Some of it is. Some of it is not. Oh, I need some Whoppers. So, this poor thing, it is trying so hard to survive, to live. I don't know that it's gonna make it. But I had points at Lowe's. By the way, that is some craziness. Hope you cooked it first. I didn't ask questions. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm gonna try not to judge. Sorry, it's not funny. It's not funny. Yeah, okay. I gotta go all the way to the pavement. It's gonna be a while. But you guys are hanging out with me, so I appreciate that very much, because this is super, super boring. And other than this, I'd probably be listening to like podcasts or something. Ooh. But no, it's actually not bad out here. I thought it was gonna be like super hot, but it's actually not bad. It was hot yesterday. That was crazy. Looks like you're almost done. Yeah, okay. So funny. I think I want to make it even with the porch. It's not even with the porch on the other side though. I don't know. We'll figure it out. All of the mulch is around the side. So there's that. There was a garden bed here at one point, sometime. Anyway, Lowe's. So I go over to Lowe's and I had all my coupons and all my points and everything. And I'd already price checked what I wanted, because I want to put in hibiscus over here. Because hibiscus in Florida is super easy to grow. Like, it's actually kind of hard to kill it. Especially this time of year. So, and there's plenty of time for it to really get grounded before we have a frost. So anyway, so I wanted to get some hibiscus, because these little knockdown roses, which is the only kind you can really grow in Florida, I think they're kind of ugly. They're just kind of scraggly, and I don't know, it's not my thing. I love beautiful big roses, and you can't really grow them here. So I'm good with hibiscus. So I wanted to get like 5 of them. You know, better to have them and not need them than need them and not have them. And I saw that there was some on sale for $8.98. And I had a whole slew of Lowe's points. And then they also had, if you're on Lowe's Pro Rewards, you also get like a free Pepsi or a snacks or something. They know what they're doing, okay? They get those contractors in there with a free drink once a month. I'm telling you. So I know who my people are. So I don't actually think this is on top of the cupboard. It was just lying in the dirt. I'm gonna put that on the porch. Anyway, so the woman in front of me, I got everything figured out. I got $50 worth of points out, and I had my coupons, and then I had my old points, which were gonna expire. It was like $2.96 or something like that left over. But that was gonna expire in October. Anyway, I had all my coupons ready to go. So I got 5. Actually, I got a better deal, because the bigger hibiscus were $16.98, and then they had a 50% off sale. So I actually got the bigger ones for the $8.50, so I got it for cheaper. Anyway, so I'm going over there, and this woman in front of me had she bought like $100 worth of black mulch and stuff, which I really like black mulch, but we already have red mulch here, so it is what it is. So anyway, and he's like, do you have your Lowe's rewards part, or, you know, just your phone number? And she's like, no, I don't do that. And I'm like, my whole cart full of 5 plants, and then I had a Pepsi and a Starbucks. All of it was free, completely free. And I'm like sitting there going, I'll take her points. Like, what? What do you mean you don't want your points? Are you out of your mind? Like, and she looked like she shops there fairly regularly. Like, what are you doing? Like, there's some places where the points are completely worthless. Like Home Depot, we use them quite frequently, and I'm sorry, no offense, Home Depot, you got my Ryobi batteries, nothing but love for you. But at the same time, you know what the entire year worth of points was? They offered me a discount on a snowblower. Do I look like I need a snowblower? craziness. So yeah, so I'm not a huge fan of the Home Depot worthless point. There's no points over there for me. So we have the Lowe's points. I got a sun lounger last year. It was kind of nice. And my husband gets a whole bunch of tools. Like a whole bunch, but whatever. Snow blower. Oh my goodness. Whatever. So yeah, but yeah, I got a whole bunch of stuff. My plants are in the car. Should I even ask what that's about? I don't know. I'm like digging up stuff. I'm gonna find like King Tut's grave or something down here. So, would you like my points on my snowblower, Chief? That is some craziness. Yesterday I was working right along, and all of a sudden my husband saw me jump up and run away, and he's like, what's going on? I was like, well, apparently there was a hornet's nest hiding behind the one bush. That is no longer the case, but it did make gardening over there a little bit more exciting. Because I just moved like a little bit of the plant, and all of a sudden, I was like, ah! It's crazy. Everybody needs to get that little heart rush going on. Get some excitement. Gardening is not exciting. If you think gardening is exciting, you probably need a social life. I'm not sure. I do it because I have to. Because it does look pretty in the end. It does. It's getting there that's not so fun. I mean, who really enjoys pulling weeds? Does anybody enjoy pulling weeds? It's not fun. This is mostly grass, I think. It is so grown over, it is ridiculous. Like, I'm gonna have to put the dirt in. I'll probably put the plants in too, just to add some area before I can really do much with the mulch. Thankfully, I have a lot of mulch, so yay. You hear the train? There's a train that runs through Bellevue. Loudly. I kind of like it. See it? Right there. Loud. I know. It's trying to tell everybody it's there, but at the same time, really. Alright, it's done now. That's a long one. They're not normally that long. Not the CSX trains. Okay. We're making progress. I know this is not nearly as exciting as cooking. Cooking I find a lot more exciting. Okay. Hello. I think we need to go this way. Woo! Maybe. You can see my Prius. Oh, and a train. Uh-oh. I'm having issues. Ah! Okay. We're slanted. Ah! This is a deep incline. Something's stopping me. I'm not sure what part of this is pipe and what part of this is garden. That's not good. I'm pretty sure once I get all of this stuff out of the way, all these weeds and whatnot, I'll have a better idea of what I'm dealing with. Right now, it is Hot Mess Express. But the clock is ticking because I only got daylight for so long. And this is what's on the itinerary tonight. Yeah. So, what do we have today? We had property management meeting, monthly meeting, which is good. It's kind of crazy. Most of the property managers were there. One of them's on vacation, which is awesome. Always good when you can go on vacation while they're in property management. I don't know. to be like the worst angle possible. All these little lizards. I don't know if you know this about Florida, but there's little baby lizards like all over the place. The geckos. Yeah, the gecko commercial thing. Yeah, except for they don't drive cars. They drive you crazy. They're just literally everywhere. But they're harmless. They don't do anything. They just, I don't know, all of a sudden you see something. I saw one in my office on my desk today while I was holding a meeting with somebody. I don't know if that's part of the rose bush. I don't think so. I think that's a really stubborn weed. Okay, I'm gonna cut that later. Holy smokes. These are some stubborn weeds and grass. Holy smokes. But yeah, so I'm sitting there having a business meeting, and all of a sudden I look over at my desk and there's this little lizard, because I have a window in my office, and there's just this little teeny tiny gap, and these little stupid lizards once in a while sneak through, and when you least expect it, you see one. Normally I could just take a step towards them and they run off and they go back out the window, but I didn't want to do that because I did not want to call attention to the fact while I was having the meeting that I had a lizard on my desk. Craziness. Proof right here, this little stuff. Proof that this was actually a garden bed at one point. It is no longer. No way to snakes. I don't know what I would do if I saw a snake in my office. I mean, if I saw one out here, I'd definitely get out of the way. But I don't know. You'd see me jump up and fly up. Like, I have to find out what kind it is. But normally I leave, freak out, and then check it out. Like, I don't like wait around and try and figure out what it is. I gotta like evaluate the situation. This is not fun. But it'll be really great this weekend when it goes up for rent and everybody gets to see how pretty this house is. We have done a lot of work to it. Like a lot. It's got a new kitchen, it's got a bathroom added, new windows, new walls, mostly new ceilings. Got a new bedroom added. It was a secondary living room. Who needs a secondary living room when you've got a 2-bath bedroom? I don't know. Anyway, so we didn't actually add any square footage to it. We just redid the layout, which was like crazy weird. Like really strange. But now it's pretty. It's got quartz countertops and all of that. I will give you a tour next week if it is still available. I'm thinking it's gonna rent pretty quick. But we bought this several years ago and we had a tenant in it. She came with the house. And she was a really, really nice, very smart older lady in her 90s. We thought that if we asked her to move, it might speed up the end for her. So we just let her stay. And she was there. She was here for several years. So anyway, but eventually she did. I think she went into a nursing home for like a month. Just for health reasons or whatever. So she passed away. I think she was, I don't know, mid-90s when she passed away. So then we gutted it because, oh my goodness, like really. So now we're coming to the tail end of it. Have you ever noticed that when you get to the tail end of something, of a big, huge, massive project, you kind of slow down? Well, that's what happened here. So That's why I'm like losing my mind, because I'm like, the end is in sight. Let's get this done. Whatever it takes. This is what it takes. Oh, be a real estate investor. It's fun, they said. Not for the property manager. But that's okay. Aladi had somebody say that they wanted to try to self-manage, and I was like, okay. We make it look easy. It's not. It's crazy mayhem on a daily basis. But you kind of get addicted to it. I will have to say, in my own life, I do not like drama. I try and abstain from it as much as humanly possible. Because we have about, in our property management division, we have almost going on 300 properties. That's 300 families at any given time. And the drama is amazing, like crazy. So like, you don't want to take that home. You want to leave it at other people's houses. So yeah, no. But yeah, some people, I think they honestly thrive on drama. Some craziness. We've got a home buyers workshop coming up on Wednesday. It was so bad. I did a home buyer workshop on Saturday, and we actually had quite a few people come in, which I'm very excited. Aladi was there as well, and because she hosted that one. And I was doing a live, and the Wi-Fi was a little sketch in there, but I couldn't really get a good cell signal. So anyway, I was doing the live, and something interrupted the live, and then that's it. Like, the whole thing just died. So, and I couldn't really mess with it too much. I'm not entirely sure what that is, but I think we need it. So yeah, but I had somebody email me today saying that she was really interested in what we were talking about, and she's like, I wanted to know the full 10 steps to buying a home, and you stopped at inspections. So that was like not even halfway through. I was like, oh. But we've got like a workbook and stuff that goes along with it, so I'm gonna send her the workbook. Yeah, property management is it's different. Doing the Airbnbs, that's a whole nother level of crazy. I didn't think it was going to be that bad. I was like, well, we're already doing property management. Let's throw some short-term rentals into it. It's really popular right now. How hard can it be? I'm not allowed to say that sentence anymore at home because my husband says bad things follow. I think I said that when we opened the brokerage, actually. How hard can it be? It doesn't look that bad. So yeah, I'm not allowed to. That sentence is now banned. But yeah, Airbnb is weird. It is a very, very strange. It's like being a hotel manager where the hotel rooms are 10 and 20 miles apart. It's beyond weird. And more drama. Stranger things happen in an Airbnb than they do in regular house, like regular long-term rentals. So, I don't know. It's different. We only have, we had 4, now we're gonna have 5. 5 of the short-term rentals. I have a license. Yes, you do have to have a state license to do Airbnbs, even if you're an independent owner. But we have a license up to 75. I don't want 75. I don't think that would be fun. That sounds like mayhem. Like, no, I don't think so. Oh, the big bug. Okay, it's hot. I gotta move my fan over here. Okay. I am sitting in a pit. It's the pit of despair. Oh, well, maybe not. I love that movie. Eek. Baby lizards. hiding behind the pipe. It's just an itty bitty one. I don't know. I have been doing property management for 17, almost 18 years. And I can't say I've seen everything, because every time I say that, somebody surprises me and they bring in something different. So, I don't know. Today, I was actually getting the opinion of 2 different property management attorneys, one nationwide and one specific to Florida. Because there's a bit of a conundrum where you can't discriminate on someone based on their nation of origin or their race, because that's fair housing, which is a federal law, which I don't want to discriminate, don't get me wrong, but there's that. So like, we would never even ask somebody where they're from, but at the same time, there's a lot of issues with immigration right now. I'm trying to see how I'm going to say this before YouTube gets mad at me. So, to the point where like ICE is going into like property management companies and demanding paperwork on tenants, which they haven't done that with me. But I'd rather not wait to have something happen. I want to know, like, okay, if this happens, what do we do about it? What's my obligation? What am I supposed to do? So I was reading up on that, but then Florida is a very different thing. So we have a property management attorney that I use like every day, and so I sent him the article from the national attorney, Monica Gilroy. She's absolutely amazing, and was like, what's your take on this? Because he's been like Florida property management attorney for probably 4 decades. I mean, he's the one. So yeah, they pretty much, that attorney's office, they were just kind of basically saying what I already thought. Like, you can't really, you know, you cooperate as much as you can, but you also can't, like, you have a legal obligation of people's paperwork. So unless they have like a court order or something, you really shouldn't be like releasing people's financials, for crying out loud. So, but at the same time, you also want to cooperate, you know, because I love all of, you know, my boys in blue and stuff, but at the same time, you want to protect people's information too. So it's just a really, really, really hard place to be. I feel like I'm in between a rock and a hard place, and I'm like, I don't know, this is weird. So I don't know, I just wanted to get their ideas, because I mean, it hasn't happened or anything. I haven't even heard it happening to anybody around here that owns a property management company, but still, like, I don't know what I would say if somebody came in and said, I need all of your information, and they didn't. I don't know. I really, because I don't want to, I don't know. We'll see when it happens, but I'm trying to get legal advice before it happens, so I actually know what to do. See, just weird stuff like that, because times change, laws change, and you have to change with them. But see, the owners don't necessarily see that kind of stuff. See, you guys thought I was just doing sales mostly, and normally it's a good solid 50-50 of sales and property management. Right now it's closer to 70-30. Sales are a little bit slower and property management is a little bit crazy. So whatever. Sometimes it's the other way. Sometimes it's like during 2020 to 2023, it was sales probably closer to 90%, property management 10%. So it's just craziness. It's just which craziness is happening today. We're making progress here. I don't know if you can see it. I don't know that I'm going to get done with this tonight, but we're making progress. Like heaps. And I'm on on a time crunch because I'm not sitting out here in the dark. Bugs get bigger than me out here. That ain't happening. I mean, I'm a Floridian and everything, but nope. I can handle a snake, but I'm not a fan of spiders. That's just no. I heard this statistic once, which I don't know if you guys want to know or not, but I heard that at any given moment, you are only 3 feet away from a spider. Mind you, it might be the size of a pencil tip, but still. That is very uncomfortable to me. Very, very uncomfortable. Are housing prices coming down based on lower demand in your area? It's not necessarily, I can't say it's low, well, I guess it is. I mean, stuff is still selling. But yeah, I'd say they're coming down a little bit. It is becoming more of a buyer's market, just slightly, and that's nationwide. So yeah, I mean, they are a little bit, but we have all of these brand new construction homes. So with all of the brand new construction homes still on the market, those are really dictating, a lot of the sales prices. They still are. Because people are like, okay, a house like this, yes, it's rehabbed. Okay, it's not for sale, it's for rent, but still, it's rehabbed. But at the same time, it's an older home. It's not, you know, it's not got the high ceilings and stuff. That's definitely something more for the newer houses. But I couldn't sell this house for an equal sized house that's brand new construction. It's just not comparable. So it's only going to go so far because the market in large part is being dictated by all that new construction. They have a very set amount that they can sell in order to make a profit for their company. And they can do incentives that we can't do because they're, you know, nationwide companies or whatever. So like, what was it? I was over at DR Horton, for example, last week, and they're like, yeah, we're doing like $20,000 in closing costs. We're just going to give you closing costs, $20,000. And we're also going to hold the mortgage and we're going to give you an interest rate of 3.99. Okay, so you're telling me your houses are comparable and they're definitely competing in the market. It's brand new. It's got a warranty. It's got brand new roof. It's got brand new AC. And you're going to pay the closing costs and you're going to give a much better interest rate. Well, how on earth is a regular seller that has a resale, we don't call them used, we call them resale. Anyway, how are they supposed to compete with that? Well, they're gonna have to drop their prices a little bit. So, I mean, some things are kind of nice. Like if you have a resale, you're probably going to have, you know, a pool or a fenced yard or some upgrades in the home that you wouldn't get at some of the other ones. There was some, we're having a little bit of struggle. There is some homes that were purchased from Lennar, and they're investment homes. That's somebody, an investor bought them to put them into property management. There are no lighting fixtures in the rooms. There's no toilet paper holders. There's no, there's nothing like that. Nothing. There's no lights. How do you not have lights? There's a few lights in the house, but not many. So all of that stuff had to be put in. So like, chances are on a resale, you're gonna get lighting fixtures. You're gonna get ceiling fans and stuff. So it was just kind of funny. We're like, we actually didn't even notice until one of the tenants moved in, and they're like, can we have a light in the bedroom? And we're like, oh my God, there's no lights. The house didn't come with them. I'm like, oh, that's an upgrade. That's an upgrade. Sometimes they'll include it and sometimes they won't. So our maintenance person had to hurry up and put some lights in the house. And yeah, it was kind of funny. It was a little funny. At the time, we were like, how did we miss that? Mind you, we'd been in it for like all of 15 minutes because we weren't the leasing agent on that first one. She'd had a leasing agent that didn't do property management, so she leased it out, and so we had literally barely seen the house, and we had the tenants she leased to calling us up going, can we have lights? Yep. Sure thing. But again, makes life interesting. Like, I got a big pile of dead stuff. It's getting there. Whoa. That, you went flying. How'd that work out? My hair keeps going everywhere because of that fan. Anyway. I'm talking way too much. More plants. I was talking. Ah. See, y'all thought that I had like some really exciting life. Pulling weeds. This is the excitement. Actually, I like having the live. You guys are having a chat with me. It's fun. I am uncovering all sorts of mayhem down here. I'm just saying. You know, there's probably not a lot of YouTube people that will go out and weed a random garden bed in August in Florida on camera. You're welcome. Ocala 200 NASCAR, State Road 200, 3 wide. Crazy. It is crazy. My office is just off of there, and they just did like a whole bunch of crazy stuff to it, because they're like trying to make it more walkable. 200 is not walkable. 200 has never been walkable, but they're trying very hard to make it walkable. So they've put like random crosswalks across it, which the lights aren't functioning yet, but that's going to be next, I think. And then we've always been like able to do U-turns right in the middle of 200, and there's been, you know, the chicken lane where you don't really think you can get all the way over, so you go into that middle lane. Yeah, you can't do that anymore. They put like a barrier, which is just weird. So now we have to go all the way up and turn around, which it is a little bit better, I have to admit, because I was making a right-hand turn today on 200, and it was like super easy because you didn't have to look at the chicken lane or the other lanes over, because there was nobody trying to. Because normally you got to look left, right, straight, up, down, backwards. But yeah, that's no longer the case. So, I mean, I guess it's safer. We'll see. Are snails good for a garden or not? Because there's like 5 of them over here, and I'm not really sure. I don't think they are. I'm gonna let them live their little snail lives. They're small. And I mean, this place has kind of been wrecked for a while, so as far as the gardening. Don't know. Okay. How's Lexi doing? School must be, yeah, school is starting next week. She got all her classes, and so it's kind of weird because she's going into her 3rd year. So like all her prerequisites and stuff, it's kind of strange, you know, because she's technically, it's her 1st year of college, but it's also kind of not, because she's been going for a couple years now while in high school. But it's just a different experience entirely. But she's going into this marketing program in the school of business portion of it. And so her advisor was like, okay, here's your schedule. And she's like, wait, I thought I got to pick the dates and times. And he's like, nope, what you get is what you get. And she's just like, okay. She's like, well, this schedule sucks. Can I change one of the classes around, just one? And he's like, no, what you get is what you get. So she's got classes Monday through Friday starting at 8 a.m., which is, of course, every college student's dream. I was like, look, kid, you're going there to go to school, not to party, so you are now a morning person. we'll see. But yeah, she is Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. She's got to be bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. And yeah, so I mean, I kind of like it because then she's not going to be in rush hour and she won't have to fight for parking, and there's definitely some pros. And then she's going to have time to go to the gym after class because there's like the morning classes and then she's got an afternoon or evening class. So she gets out of there at like 6:30 or 7 o'clock at night. And then she's got to be there at 8 a.m. the next morning. So she is a full-time college student, whether she wants to be or not. I thought it was funny. She's like, Mom, this sucks. She's like, I thought I'd have like, you know, a couple days at least that I could sleep in. She goes, no, not once. I was like, well, apparently the school of business means business, so get used to it. But she's excited. She's very excited about it. So that's cool. I think she's acclimated for the most part to living with her aunt and uncle. They've had some, you know, getting to know you issues. I think all in all, still they're very excited she's there, very happy she's there, so that's great. So yeah. Sadly, I don't think she will be necessarily on the lives, just maybe once in a while when school's out, because Monday nights she had, unless I move the live time, but Monday night she has class until like 6:30, so not really gonna work, but maybe I'll move stuff around. I don't know. I'm not really sure with that kind of schedule that she's really gonna be too overly excited to go on a live anyway, but I do want to, like, you know, have her catch you up on how she thinks she's doing, maybe after she hits a couple of actual classes. But no, I think she's doing okay. I'm doing better. I was not doing okay there for a few weeks. But now I'm like ready to take on the world. Kicking butt, taking names. My husband is terrified. I'm like, okay, we have no kids. What's next in our lives? And he's like, can we just like enjoy this moment? And I'm like, no, let's go do stuff. Let's get it done. Ah! And he's just like, great. Not good. What can you do? He knew what he was signing up for. Oof. And nobody can say I'm not a hard worker. It's just keeping up with me that's sometimes problematic. Actually, Aladi is like way more hardcore than me. I think she was up at like 4 o'clock this morning, and like, I don't know. She makes me look like a lazy bones, like so bad. She gets up and like cooks for her family every morning at like 6 a.m. It's insane. It's absolute insanity. Like, you are a wonderful person, but my husband doesn't need to eat at 6 a.m. Good grief. Like, enjoy carpe diem. Enjoy the day. I couldn't sleep. You're so full of it. You're always up super early. Maybe not 4 a.m. early, but you're up early. Like, anybody will tell you, Eladi is like the hardest working person you will ever meet in your entire life. My issue is trying to get her to take some downtime, because you have to have downtime too. Otherwise you burn out. But she is going on a cruise, and hopefully her phone won't work while she's on it. That's what I'm hoping. Is that weird? That I'm trying to get one of my agents to take some time. Yeah. Usually 5:30. 5:30 in the morning is insane. That is. I don't know. I was up, I think I woke up at 6:45. which my alarm didn't even go off until 7:30. But see, now I sound lazy, like just saying I was like up before my alarm clock at 7:30, because I know she was up at the crack of dawn. Actually before the crack of dawn by hours. But it's okay, it's not a competition. I'm good. You can have that 4 a.m. hang out with the roosters. Nope. My grass pile is growing. I'm getting there. I've made progress. I'm very proud. I don't know if I'm gonna get done though tonight, because this is a bigger hole than I anticipated. I did not realize that there was like a full-on trench here, which makes sense because there was a lot of plumbing work done. But apparently what I thought was ground was actually just really tall grass. So yeah, I already paid for the Wi-Fi just because my boys are staying. You are so full of it. Your boys are hurting your adults. They're fine. They are fine. They have all of us. They have Robin across the street. You are golden. Take some downtime. And I know full well you're gonna be checking your emails and stuff. I don't know what this is, but it's horrible. My husband would know the name of it. He would. He knows the name of all this stuff. Yeah. I really wanted this to look like that at the end of this, but there is no chance, I don't think, because I'm not staying out here at dark. But oof. Okay. We're just gonna move that to another hole. Ah! Hold on, that's a trench too. Okay, good to know. Anyway, forgot where you're going. I know Honduras and Mexico. I'm going on a cruise, but not until November. I really was thinking about leaving and going on the cruise with Elati. Like, you have no idea how close I was to going on that. But we'd already booked a cruise in November. And also, if Elati's gone, I'm gone, and my husband's gone, there would be mayhem. Like, none of us would be able to relax. It would be mayhem. So I opted out because I want her to enjoy it and stay off her email. This is ridiculous. It's growing sideways. A pit of despair. I'm really sweaty. Okay, seriously, he's so cute. I don't know if you can see him or not. You see him? He's tiny. Isn't he cute? He's super small. Huh. I told you to come with me. I would, but somebody has to watch the mayhem. And we already signed up for that cruise in November. A cruise is on our bucket list. We've never been. You have to go on a cruise. They are the absolute best fun. Once in a while I hear somebody say they don't really like going on cruises, and I'm like, what's not to like? It's all you can eat food. Really good food. If you're on like Royal Caribbean, that's like the foodie one. There's plays and ice shows and ice skating and water slides and pools and beaches and comedy clubs, bars, dancing. What is not to like? It is so cool. Tony is saying he had a tool for all those weeds. Oh yeah, he tells me that now. Look, I'm getting it. That's all right. That's all right. I'm almost done. I'm getting there. Except I'm like gonna fall into the hole. So yeah, we did like $20,000, $30,000 worth of plumbing on this house. So yay, that's done. But now all of this has to turn back into a flower bed with hibiscus and everything. I'm thinking the hibiscus are gonna get watered tonight and left here, because I don't think I'm gonna get this done. We'll see. You know what? I have a fabulous tool for all those weeds. This is my right hand and my left hand. It's fine. Although I'm definitely going to need a shower soon, because that is a really deep hole. Like, neat. I think I don't have to weed that because I'm going to put a whole bunch of dirt on it. And then I'm going to put weed protector over top of that. So I don't think, I mean, it's a solid few feet down. So I don't think I have to weed that. I don't believe. So I'm going to just get right over to the other side. See, I don't think so. But now I have a better idea of what is going on. So that's helpful. I think I'm going to take a break and move stuff around. And I think I'm good on the live for tonight, because y'all have seen how incredibly fun it is to own investment real estate. Yeah. I should call the property manager, but unfortunately that's me too, so it doesn't help at all. It's fun. LB, hey! All right, well, I'm gonna finish up this fun over here in a hurry and get some hibiscus, and hopefully I will be able to show you pictures. Maybe I will put them up as like the description or something, I don't know, or I'll show you pictures later or something. I will get you pictures one way or another. All right, I'm out of here for now. I'm gonna go take a breather, have a snack, and then hopefully finish as much as I can before it gets dark. So thanks for hanging out with me. Lottie, I will see you bright and early tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. And yeah, for everyone else, see you next time. Bye.